We are back at the house 1 month later. I'm going to take you guys inside to show you everything that's gone on since we were last here at the end of June. Follow me. This space is completely gutted, other than the stairs, which are still here for a couple of months. But it's so crazy when everything comes off the walls, everything gets removed. It actually feels a little bit smaller than when everything was in here. But now that the space is completely open, we can really start to envision how it's going to take shape. The fireplace is not moving. And that means, because we're changing the layout, we're actually condensing the size of the living room overall. That's going to give us an off-center fireplace. I'm huge with asymmetry. I love the idea of having an off-center fireplace, and we have something very cool planned for this room. Spoiler alert, we are not putting any millwork in the living room. Where our old powder room used to be, we're going to have the pantry that's part of the kitchen. That is going to have extra cabinetry, a coffee station, a bar fridge, and extra storage for some of the items that we don't need to use every day. On the other side of that, we are going to have our big, beautiful kitchen. We are going for an English-inspired aesthetic for this. On this side of the house, we are going to remove the stairs where they currently are, and they are going to get shifted back to where the dining area used to be. That means at the front of the house, we're now gonna have a walk-in front entry closet. The powder room's gonna go where the stairs currently are. And then we've got a big, beautiful space back here. The stairs will come down, have all the natural light from the windows. I'm gonna take you guys into the new dining area. We have on camera that Fraser asked for a gym and a sauna only to get full creative control for me. Are you gonna pretty much let me do anything design-wise that I want?
As long as you put a gym and a sauna in the basement, you have full creative control.
Those are the only things? Okay, this is on camera, I will hold you to this. We also asked for one more thing, a built-in banquette. We did have a very long harvest table at our old house with 10 dining chairs. It was awesome, but we wanted to try something a little bit different here. And with a banquette, I love the idea that it can be casual seating, but it can also accommodate a lot of people. So we are going to be doing a very cute profile for the built-in bench, and then using a very beautiful fabric that I found on Etsy that I absolutely love. So Silver Birch is going to be doing yet another custom piece for us. I'm always pushing them to the limits. This time they have to do spun dowels to cap the ends of the bench. And then we'll have this fabric both as the back cushion and as the seat cushion, which is going to be beautiful. We are in my new kitchen. I'm going to show you guys the paint colors that we're planning to use. I'm going to show you guys a bunch of the samples. I actually have these giant swatches from Hello Paint. This is not sponsored. I just love these things so much. I'm going to peel them off, stick them on the wall, and that way we're going to be able to see how the colors actually look in the light in this house. It's a lot different than looking at them off a little swatch like this. I've got a couple of the slab samples that I got from Cava Surfaces. This is one of our favorite places to source slabs from. These are both quartzite. One is a real green. It kind of has like a jade element to it. And this one is also a quartzite. It's got browns, blacks, whites in it. It's really beautiful. So we're gonna do a combination of the two slabs. Everest is gonna be the slab on the island. It has a lot of dimension and a lot of wow factor to it. So I don't wanna break that up by putting it as the backsplash on the back wall. I wanna have the full slab on the island. Then we've got this other one that's going to run all along the back countertops and up the backsplash as well, including in and around what I call a cook nook. I'm sure I'm not the only person to call it that, but that's when the range is enclosed in kind of like a little niche. I've got my polished nickel swatch here. I do think I'm gonna do polished nickel for the plumbing fixtures as well as for the cabinet hardware. And we also have lots of different color metals being mixed in as well. So there's gonna be some unlacquered brass, there's going to be some bronze. It's just gonna be a whole bunch of different colors, and I really do love mixing metals. It creates a really warm and really cohesive look when done properly. Last time we were at the house, I talked to you guys a little bit about the backyard, about how I was very inspired by my recent trip to the Cotswolds, and how I wanted to bring in pea gravel and some manicured gardens and all of those beautiful things. So we are actually going to be working with a landscape designer and a wonderful landscaping company. We've done a lot of landscaping before, but this is actually the first time we're going to be using a landscape designer to really make sure that our vision can come to life and really nail it from the beginning. Landscaping is also one of those things that you should think about as early on as possible. First of all, it impacts the budget, and second of all, it's going to determine how the house actually looks from the street, what the curb appeal is, what the overall aesthetic is going to be once it's finished. So we're very, very excited about that. She's gonna work on the front yard for us so that we really have that wow factor from the street, and she's gonna turn our backyard into a little mini oasis. Come on in, I'm gonna take you guys upstairs. I know I said it last time that it was one of the last times going up these stairs. It really is one of the final countdowns now. We've only got a couple more months. We're in my office now. Now that the drywall's down and you can really see everything, the roof lines are extra quirky, and it's actually going to be an exercise in creativity for the millwork because I need lots of sample storage. I also need a desk, and I also want it to look beautiful. So Silver Birch has their work cut out for them when they design the millwork for this particular room. Let's go check out the second floor. I'll show you our bedroom, the kids' bedrooms, and the bathroom. This is going to be where our bedroom starts. Once we've made a few changes, it's no longer going to be a hallway part of the second floor. We're in our bedroom. It's looking so big and so beautiful. This is where the closet was previously. And because of where the stairs are currently located, we needed to have this bench built in because you need the head height for the stairs. Now that we're changing the stairs, this can come out, and this whole back wall is going to be built-in millwork. Our bed is gonna go on that side, and we are going to be closing up this portion of the wall. This used to be how you got into the walk-through closet and the ensuite. You're gonna actually get to it now from what's part of our new hallway. So right over there. My daughter is 4 and she wants to be an interior designer. She tells me all the time that when she grows up, she wants to share a desk with me and work on designing people's houses together, which I think is so sweet. And so she is part of the design process to a degree. I usually will narrow down some selections for her and then let her pick based on them being pre-selected by me. But it gives her a little bit of a chance to feel like she gets to contribute and have a little bit of independence, especially when it comes to designing her room. We just put wallpaper in at the cottage, and I had pre-selected 3 choices for her to put in her room, and she picked one, and after she picked it, I was like, that is not the one that I actually want. So I told her it was out of stock. Don't hate me for that. And we put one up from House of Hackney that turned out beautifully. I went sourcing a couple weeks ago, as I showed you guys, at New Wall, and I found this adorable wallpaper pattern that I thought was gonna be super cute for the pantry, and that's originally where I had it planned for. But then I fell in love with the Bertioli by Time carrots. I thought that that was just so charming for a kitchen, and especially for a pantry. So I didn't wanna let this one go. I decided instead that I was going to repurpose it in the kids' bathroom, and the color palette worked absolutely perfectly. So I'm gonna be doing a bit of a pattern in the kids' bathroom that involves this tile and these 2 tiles. And then we've got these hex and dot mosaic tiles that are gonna be going on the floor. I'm definitely gonna need to seal these. These are natural stone. I'm not scared of putting natural stone into the house or into a kid's bathroom. It does just need some sealing. I'm going up to the 3rd floor now. It is still sweltering hot in Toronto and in this house. We're not gonna stay up here too long because, as I alluded to a couple of weeks ago, there is black mold up here. We are gonna remediate the part of the roof that has black mold that's gonna stay, and the rest of the roof that's gonna be coming out because of the dormers we're adding doesn't need to be remediated because it's going to the dump. Last time we were here, we went on a little tour of the basement. This time, just like there's no AC, there's also no electrical right now. So I've got my flashlight. Let's go Blair Witch this downstairs. Hello. At least it's like 20 degrees cooler down here. It's actually not that scary when we come down here. We're in great shape in this basement. This is actually the first time that I've been down here post-demo. It's dry. It only smells a tiny bit, which is great. And overall, it looks really good. And I'm actually just noticing this right now. There used to be about a 2-inch step up into the bedroom that was over here and into the storage room back there. And that's gone now, which means that we're gonna have a totally flat floor. I love that. It's always so interesting when you see those things and then they don't actually serve any purpose. Sometimes if it's built up, it's because there's plumbing running underneath, but having a totally seamless floor here is amazing. I'm really, really happy that we're not gonna have that step anymore. Okay, so my husband just came in. Go! He needed to pee really quickly and he flushed the toilet and the water all came out through this pipe. There it is.